There was a moment when heaven went silent, not because God was absent, but because love was being punished. They did not just beat him. They mocked him. They did not just hurt him. They crowned him, but not with gold, not with honor. They crowned him with thorns, and every thorn was placed with hatred, but carried with love. He had already been beaten. His body was broken. His strength was gone. His face no longer carried beauty as men see it. Yet they were not done. The soldiers gathered, not in fear, but in cruelty. They stripped him again and pressed him down. A crown was made, not from jewels, but from sharp thorns. Thorns that were not gentle. Thorns that tore into skin. Thorns that pierced the head. The place of thought, identity, authority. They placed it on him, and then they laughed. "Behold your king." They said it like a joke, but heaven heard it as truth. They placed a reed in his hand, like a fake scepter. They bowed, but not in worship, in mockery. Every laugh from the soldiers was another wound to the heart of creation. But he did not stop them. He could have called angels. He could have ended it in a breath. But he stayed, because love does not escape pain. Love walks through it. But this was not random. The thorns were not just cruelty. They carried meaning. Because thorns first appeared when man fell, the earth was cursed, and thorns became a symbol of pain, labor, and suffering. So when they pressed thorns into his head, it was like the earth itself was placing its curse on him. Every thorn said, "You carry our pain." Every drop of blood said, "I accept it." He was not only suffering physically, he was absorbing the curse of humanity. He did not scream like they expected. He did not fight back. He did not curse them. He remained silent, and that silence was louder than their laughter, because in his silence was strength. In his pain was purpose. In his blood was redemption. He was not powerless. He was purposeful. Every thorn pressed deeper, but so did love. What they thought was humiliation was actually coronation. What they thought was defeat was actually victory in disguise. Because this crown was not placed by Rome. It was carried for mankind. Every thorn said, "He is king over pain." Every wound said, "He is king over sin." Every drop of blood said, "He is king over death." And even in suffering, he was still king. So when you see the crown of thorns, don't just see pain, see love. When life presses you down, remember he was pressed first. When life wounds you, remember he was wounded deeper. And when you feel forgotten, remember this. He wore your pain, so you could wear his peace. Pause for a moment and reflect. What do you do with a love like this? Comment. He is king if you believe. By Apostle Daniel Rex.